All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll.
He'll be here soon. We'll talk a little baseball. So yeah, the current standings as of 9. You have there the current standings as of 19 August. I don't know if there was any games yesterday, but we have Baltimore first place, the Rangers second place in the AL, Minnesota Twins, and then your 3 wild card teams: the Rays, the Astros, and the Mariners. And then the National League, we have the Braves is still in first place. Lost a little bit of a lead, I was surprised, but they're still up pretty good. Then the Dodgers, and then the Brewers, the Phillies, and are your wild card team with the Giants and the Reds right now. Of course, the season's not over. So Omar, kind of my first question is: the Cubs have been making a little surge at the end of the season. It seems like they were under 500, and now they're like 62 and 59, something like that. Trying to hit that last spot for the wild card. Can the Cubs make a run here?
I mean, not only can they make a run, but they already have. Right. I mean, the Cubs made some under the radar moves at the wild card that really, bolstered them up. But the most important thing they did was held on to everybody. They held on to Cody Bellinger. They held on to Marcus Stroman. And those moves helped to invigorate the franchise and the team.
Right.
And the Cubs have now been, I believe, and don't quote me because it was a couple of days ago, I believe it was like 10 games over 500 since the wild card break.
Wow.
They're also 6-4 in their last 10. And they have a 2-game win streak going on. So they are playing at a really high clip. And they're right now 3rd in the wild card. So I do believe that they're actually going to be able to capture that 3rd wild card. So that's what I see happening there.
Right. We'll talk about that in a minute. So you think they can push for that last wild card spot? Maybe out.
But right now they are in the last wild card.
They are now.
Wild card. Yeah,
okay,
they're up by 1 game.
Okay, yeah, so it's a tight race though, still, right? So you're thinking they can finish it out? Okay.
Well, see, what I like though, Flo, my boy, what I like most is that Arizona's moves when they made it to deadline, they got my boy Tommy Pham, but it wasn't as impactful. Now, Arizona is also 7-3 in their last 10, so they've been playing pretty good. But Cincinnati has fallen off. The Marlins have fallen off, and honestly, no one made enough impactful moves for me to say, okay, well, this team is going to move ahead of this team. So right now, I think the Cubs can hold Arizona and Cincinnati off. I'm especially upset at Cincinnati because with the team that they had, they should have made more moves at the deadline because that division was there for the taking.
Wow.
That's true.
But you're right. Yeah. The Braves, which no one's talking about, the Braves they have been 500 since the wild card break. And that was a couple days ago that I checked.
Yeah, I mean, they were running away with the NL, and now they just seem to be kind of falling back.
They smoked the Yankees.
Yeah.
And we'll
talk about the Yankees in a minute.
But every other New York team, they ain't doing
nothing.
Hey, so on the other side, on the American League, the Mariners seem to be barely holding on. I haven't looked lately. Are they still in that last wild card spot? They're trying to hold off the Blue Jays.
Are you kidding me, Flo? Are you kidding me?
I'm just asking.
Barely holding on. Have you heard of what the Mariners have done in the past?
I hadn't heard anything. What'd they do?
So the Mariners are 7-3 in the past week, and if you want to know why, a big part of that is the boy Julio Rodriguez. Shout out to the young buck out there doing his thing. He has hit. He has had 4 hits in each of the last 4 games. That hasn't been done in over 100 years or something. It's something unbelievable.
Crazy.
He is hitting. Crazy. He has an 813 average over the past 4 or 5 games. The Mariners are streaking at just the right time, and I called them to take that spot, so I love it. Yeah, just like the Cubs. Yep.
Right, at the end of the season. That's when you want to get hot, though, right? At the end of the season.
That momentum into the playoffs. It's what the Phillies did last year, and it's what the Braves did the year before to win the World Series.
Yeah. Hey, so before I let Canteen jump in with something, can we go ahead and just say the Jake's Yankees are done?
Done.
Stick a fork at them. I mean, come on.
Yo, I'm going to let Can go because I want to hear Can go off on Jake. But just to give you a stat here, the Yankees have lost their last 8 games in a row.
Wow. And the caveat on what Omar just said, man, the Braves put up 58 points to 13. 58 to 13. If you look at the stats, it was 58 points to 13 in that series that they played against the Yankees, bro.
That's crazy.
Horrible.
Somebody just said 8 in a row. Yikes, 8 in a row.
The Yankees are like right now.
Look. Oh, my bad, Ken. Go. Let me say one thing real quick, Ken. I want you to go.
Baseball right now. Don't sleep on Baltimore.
Right.
Don't sleep on the Red Sox. Do not sleep on the Red Sox, but Baltimore is pivotal.
Yeah,
the Braves are going to do their thing anyway, but I think Tampa Bay got a chance too.
I want to agree with Ken. I want to completely agree with
Ken
Ken because he is correct. I never thought I would say this, and I said this last week. I never thought I would say it. I'm saying it again. Baltimore is the real deal. They're not fading out like I thought they would. And neither is Tampa Bay. They're both playing at a really high clip like the Rangers are. But the thing is, and shout out to Boston coming back from being nowhere, like Ken was talking about. They're 7-3 in their last 10. So, but I think Baltimore can take the number 1 seed, gentlemen. I think that can happen. I agree with Ken.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the baseball season's heating up, going into September here soon, and then into the playoffs in October. Man, looks like a hot ending to the season for Major League Baseball for sure.
It'll be crazy, bro.
You got anything for Omar, Canteen? Any follow up?
I mean, we're good, bro. We good with the baseball. Like I said, man, I think it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting as we move forward.
One thing I do got to say, didn't Jake say it was going to be the Padres and the Yankees or something like that in the World Series?
Ooh, well, I can tell you one thing. I did. You can give that noise. I did agree with Jake though on the Padres, and they just fell off, man.
Hey, Flo, I'm about to hop out. I'm about to hop on my computer now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Hop in. How about hop again?
Hey, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you good. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So basically what happened was the Padres were playing at a really good clip, and then they just fell off, and it was so disappointing.
Right.
Like the arc of their season came to a culmination last night when Juan
Mm-hmm.
Soto hit what he thought was a walk-off grand slam, only for it to fall like inches. So the Padres have just been as not as miserable as the Mets, because the Mets have been the most miserable just because of the amount of money they spent, even though we are streaking back right now. But the Padres are just as much of a disappointment. So
right. So the key to winning any in any major league sport is have Jake root for you, and you'll probably end up losing. Well, that's the key.
Are you saying
I'm back, bro?
So are you saying that Jake?
Are
you saying that Jake rooting for your team is like the Drake curse?
Yeah. It's like,
where did the Yankees sit right now?
I mean, they're like in
the
7th place,
like 5 games below
the Yankees are 17 games behind right now. He don't believe that in his own mind.
Well, they're like 7 games behind the Mariners or something like that, though. But they got a ways to go. Though.
But everybody's playing 500 football, everybody's playing 500 baseball except for the Yankees.
Yeah.
In the AL East.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, Canteen. It's crazy.
Yankees ain't coming back, bro. You can cancel it. Forget it.
Cancel it. It's over. It's over.
It's over, bro. 17 games. Let me say this: the Braves are kicking butt at 80 and 43. The Brewers are 68 and 57. Dodgers 76 and 47.
Okay.
I think the Braves are gonna go. They're gonna go to distance, man. Let's be honest. The Braves are gonna go to distance. They're gonna be the representative from the National League.
We got our guests coming in.
Yeah, I mean, even though the Braves haven't been playing as well, they're definitely gonna hold everybody off. I think. Do you have his wolf sound? Do you have his intro?
Right.
I thought you had some new intro music for him.
Well, I mean, I have the wolf sound, but it's like 4 different. Here, I'll get it for him. Just for Clever D. Just for Clever D. Okay. No, that's not the right one.
Wow, that sounded like a wounded wolf, Clever D. Yeah, look at Clever D's face. Look at Clever D's face.
I'm just kidding, Clever D. I'm trying to find the right one for you.
There we go. That's a manly wolf. Right
Somebody's here. Teams on there. Shohei Ohtani tore his UCL and likely, not sure. I don't know if it's come out today, but he might require Tommy John surgery. He had the same surgery in 2018 and didn't pitch in 2019. Looks like he'll continue to serve as a DH while he seeks medical options. That kind of surprised me. I don't know. But how much, let's start with Omar. Kind of, you give us your perspective. How much does this affect his future payday? Will he continue to play two ways? Is he going to stop doing that? Or what's the deal? What do you think?
Yeah, so I want to. What I'll do is I'll be quick. I'll let the other boys get their opinions in, and I'll come back and round it off. I just want to give a few facts up front, just so everybody knows context-wise. Shohei Ohtani has pretty much as much autonomy, and that was not meant to be a alliteration. My bad. He has as much autonomy.
Hey, that was pretty good, Omar.
I know it was. It wasn't meant to. I didn't mean to do it, but they also call me.
I know, but it's good. That's why you should be on first take.
Yeah, exactly. But so this is the thing. Shohei Ohtani makes all of his decisions. Yeah. He plays when he wants to play. He says when he wants to be in the lineup. He says when he doesn't want to be in. He makes pretty much every decision except whether he got traded or not, which the Angels are stupid for not doing. Really? Now they're stuck with him. Now they have the damaged goods. Now that being said, damaged goods Shohei Ohtani is still 10 times better than most of the players in the league. Will it affect his money? Yes. He's not going to be the 600, 700, 800, whatever kind of astronomical figures people were throwing out. Not going to happen. But even as a hitter, he's still worth more than Aaron Judge, who last year signed a $360 million contract. That's not a shot at Jake. It's just true. That's why he's still playing this year.
It is, but it isn't. Yeah.
It is, but it isn't. But that's why it's always a shot at Jake. But that's why he's playing this year, the rest of his year with a UCL. Because with the UCL, gentlemen, you can still hit. And so he now is the AL, and you can still hit. It's not a ligament that affects batters. It's a ligament that affects pitching. Yep.
Really?
So it's different mechanics.
It's totally different.
Yep, totally different. So Shohei Shohei is going to continue to play. He's going to continue to play the rest of the year. He's already got the AL MVP locked up, but he can go. He can run more. He can bat more. Maybe get 60 home runs, maybe 30 stolen bases. You never know. That being said, I'll come back with more, but I want to hear what the boys got to say too. So.
What do you got, Jake?
Yeah, I agree. His pitching career is done. There's not many. There's not many unicorns. I say go ahead, man. Make your money off of just hitting. Calm down on the pitching. You're good, bro. That's already now 2 surgeries. Didn't he have? This is his second time.
2018. Right? He had it the first time.
Hey, man, you made your money. Go get your money, man. Don't even hurt yourself at all. Now, will he be as worth it?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not as much.
And I'm a little pissed off because I think the Dodgers are really clearing their book so they can really pay him.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are trying to get it.
And it's really pissing me off because Yankees, we got to do something soon here this year, bro. We got to do something.
You want them the Yankees?
We got championship.
The thing is,
that was 19 games behind.
No, not this
year.
Shut up,
Canteen.
But the thing is, y'all, how much he's going to get paid, and the fact that if he wants to come back and pitch, he's going to need to recover next year. If not, he can just keep going like Jake said, and he can keep playing just as a hitter. But if he ever wanted to come back as a pitcher, if that tear is bad enough that it can't just be an internal bracing sort of procedure where you just patch it up, he's going to need a full revision if he wants to pitch again. So, sorry, Ken. Go ahead, my bad, man.
Go ahead, Canteen. That's what I have to say about him. Poor guy, man.
What do you got, Canteen?
Man, I said a minor setback for a major comeback. The guy's only 29 years old. He's only 29. Right. I mean, he got a lot of life. You know, I don't know how much age he got ahead of him in baseball.
Right.
I think he'll do somebody this team good, man. But like I said, he just he'll be injured and hurt like this, man. It's bad juju, bro.
Right.
It's bad juju at this point. But he's still young. Young. I mean, are the Angels going to invest all that money in him, or is somebody else going to pick him up? That's the question.
It looks like the Dodgers are getting ready to get him, but we'll see. Hey, Omar, real quick, what do you think? Could he have the option of being a DH and being, kind of focusing on that side and just be a reliever, just come in or a closer? Could he do something like that instead of being a starter as a pitcher? Would that be more what he could do?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was alluding to when I said that he would have to take the year off if he wanted to pitch again. That's just if he would really want to be like, he could come back and be a starter, but at some point, if he's going to want to elongate his career, he's going to have to either choose to only be a hitter, or he might have to be a hitter and a closer, right? Like, how amazing would that be? But he would be the one that could do it, right? To be a starter and a hitter for 10, 15 more years, I can't see it. His best bet, he is to prolong his career as long as possible to get the most money. Because y'all, even like, just like Ken said, even as just a hitter, right? He has that much money, but it's just more him as value. It's the amount of people he brings to the ballpark. They make like almost, I think the Angels make probably like hundreds of millions of dollars a year just in advertisements, sponsorships, Japanese media coming, Japanese fans that live in that area. And as horrible as this injury is for baseball, gentlemen, which no doubt about it is, this is a horrible injury for all of us. I'm sad. As horrible as an injury as it is, it'll be even worse if we can't get him prolonged into the future. So if it were me and I were him, I would strictly become a hitter and maybe do some relieving closing, but I would focus more on hitting. But he came here wanting to be a two-way player. He's always wanted to be that person. There have been people that have come back from second Tommy John surgery revisions. Most recently, Daniel Hudson with the Dodgers won a championship. Ryu Hyun Kim, his Japanese counterpart, has also come back strong. So it can be done.
Here's a follow-up question. I don't know if you know the history, Omar, but what is it more likely that you have to keep re-aggravating and having this injury over and over, or is it something that just happens and then maybe it just happens again? It's not something that because you've had it once, you're gonna tend to have it again.
The statistics necessarily don't show overwhelmingly that it's more likely to happen, but you can't tell me that if you haven't. I have had 4 ACL surgeries, all because I tore it the time before, and it just kept getting worse and worse. So if you're out here throwing pitches with your arm all as hard as possible, and you tear your arm once, of course you have the proclivity. What a great word for a Latino on a TV show.
Nice word.
K100.
Omar, bringing the knowledge, the professor.
To get injured again. And so, I do
that's
think
what
that
I would think. That's what I would think, but I didn't know as much about baseball injuries, so I didn't know, how more likely you are to have it again. So I think if like you said, if it's more likely, you back off to the pitching and do something else, like you said. And that was my thing. Maybe you could just be a reliever or a closer and prolong your pitching career if you still want to do both. But all right, so speaking of the playoffs, we're rounding the corner, coming in. Baltimore continues to be in first place in the American League, but hey, Omar, the Tampa Bay Rays are competing for that first place spot. I kind of thought the Orioles would start kind of pulling away, but they're in second place. They're only 2 games back, I think. I don't know. I haven't seen any games today. Can the Rays catch the Orioles? I mean, man, what do you think, Omar?
Yeah, gentlemen, they can. The thing about it is both teams are really hot right now. Over the past 8 games, both teams are 6-2. The Orioles are really playing at a good clip. And as I told you last time, I think they're both going to make the playoffs. So it really doesn't necessarily. Well, it does matter if you get the first spot because then you get the bye. But I think the Orioles will hold them off. But Tampa Bay is making a strong push. So.
Okay. What do you guys think? You got anything on that? On the Orioles?
I think the Orioles are the most dangerous team. I would not be surprised if they finally.
2 games behind.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care. They suck. They're not going to beat the Orioles when it counts most, and they haven't done it all year.
Okay.
So
all right,
I can't wait. Orioles.
That is true. The Orioles have their number this year. That is true.
Yeah, they've had their number the whole time, and not only that, they're lucky the Yankees didn't make it in because they would have beat them. So it's go. I'm already mad. I don't even want to bring up this topic right now. I'm mad.
We're still talking about the Yankees. Oh my god.
Apparently,
they're done, Jake. They're done.
Bro,
here, lean in a little bit. Oh man! All right, so what about Omar? In the NL, the Diamondbacks, they were in 9th place and they jumped up to 5th place to get that wild card spot. Can they hang on to that spot? They're in 6th. They kind of fell back to 6th now, but there's kind of that bottom of that National League is kind of seems like it's gonna fluctuate back and forth. You know, can the Diamondbacks hang in there? Yeah,
it's a really tight race. The Diamondbacks, after the trade deadline, have really put it together.
Right.
They are 6-1 in their last 7 games. But the problem is, gentlemen, that NL race is tight all the way around. Listen to this. Over the past 7 or 8 games, depending, because some teams had double headers, Atlanta went 5-2. Dodgers went 6-2. Diamondbacks went 6-1. Philadelphia went 6-2. The Cubs went 7-2.
The Cubbies
and the daggone Brewers have won their last 7 straight.
Yeah. So, hey, the Cubbies, not to be confused with the Clubby D's. Remember when I wrote Clubby instead of Clubber?
That was hilarious.
Inside joke for everybody, but anyway. Yeah. So. Y'all got anything else for Omar for baseball, you guys? I'm gonna try and move on a little bit.
I'm just ready for the postseason. Let's get it going.
Let's go. Hey, and it seems like one more quick question.
Your Rangers will not stay there, by the way. So,
but let me say this.
On.
Jake knows that the Yankees are.
I didn't want to talk about that.
Jake knows that the Yankees are 19 games behind. There's no possibility the Yankees will come back and win anything, bro. So just give up on the Yankees, throw in the towel.
Thank you, Ken. Ken, thank you so much. You reminded me of my 2 Yankees facts I wanted to bring to crush.
Oh, good. Let's go. Let's go.
First of all, the Yankees have not had a losing season. The Yankees have not had a losing season since 1992. And the Yankees did not lose 10 games prior in a row like they did last week since the Titanic sunk. So the Yankees suck. They're going to suck again this year. They're going to suck next year, too. Get out of here.
Oh!
Get to the next topic.
Hey, Clubby didn't like that.
They're clowning.
Sorry, Clubby D.
Clubby D.
Hey,
Club
Jake
D.
told me to do that to you, man. I mean, that was no, it wasn't mean. It wasn't mean, Clubby D. I thought it was funny. It was funny. I didn't mean to, and everybody's like, you know, Omar comes on there and saying, Clubby D, who's that? And I'm like, oh, it's a typo. Sorry. Sorry, Clubby D. It was funny. And then everybody was talking about it. I don't even know who some of those people were. So